Hello, Black people. Dear Black people, that is the name of this video. And I'm going to begin by thanking you for watching this video. And I'm going to ask that you watch this video in its entirety and you share this video with another Black person. So, the name of this video is Dear Black People. And I'm doing this video. It's a supplemental video to the video series that I've been doing called I Married a White Guy. Now 3 racist judges are trying to annihilate me. And the purpose of this video is, one, to share my emotional state, to explain to you why I need help, and I made myself notes so I won't forget, and to please share this video with one other person, preferably someone Black, but I'm not opposed to someone not Black watching this video. So I'm going to get into it. So again, one of my main reasons for doing this video is because what happens is that so I get sidetracked. I try to. Okay, I'm gonna stop for a minute. I'm gonna come back, but I'm gonna stop where I left off. Okay. Okay. Again, this video is about 3 racist judges who sincerely annihilated me. I can't even say the words for what they did to me. But 3 racist judges in the Los Angeles family court system violated every possible civil rights violation. And it was purely because I'm a Black woman. I have been making videos titled, I Married a White Guy, Now 3 Racist Judges Are Trying to Annihilate Me. And again, the purpose of this video is to disclose what I've been going through. This started around about January 2019. And I have struggled to make these videos. And this is the main reason why I am doing this specific video, because I need to share with you my emotional state. And the primary goal is to explain to you when a Black person is violated, when they experience injustice, it's really very complicated for them to follow through and pursue justice, okay? And I'm going to explain to you what's happening to me, my mental state, and my body. And that is one of the main purpose of this video. After this video, I'm going to complete the I Married a White Guy, Now 3 Racist Judges Are Trying to Annihilate Me. I believe I'm on part 11. What I will discuss is what they did to me from January 2020 up until today. I am in a hotel because, if you don't know, they had 4 sheriff deputies break in my home, threaten to arrest me if I didn't leave my home. The video is on this channel. They sold my home from up under me. They stole my house. I owned $1 million home. They stole it and sold it. What I believe they sold it illegally. Okay, but I'm not going to get too much into that. But this is why I'm in a hotel. I've been in a hotel since September 23rd because they had 4 sheriff deputies break in my house and threaten to arrest me if I didn't leave. Okay, and the video's here. So let me get caught up my thoughts, and I may have to stop and come back, which won't affect you. But I struggle because of the anxiety in thinking about what happened. Okay, so give me 1 minute again. I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna come back. Okay, guys, I am really trying to do this, and I'm having a hard time. If I smile, if I put myself in a good frame of mind, it makes it easier for me. And so I'm not smiling because it's the subject matter is comical or funny. I smile because it's the way that I trick my body. and this is one of the things I'm going to talk about. I trick my body and I trick my brain by smiling and by putting myself in a positive light, okay? Because if I have fear and I'm scared, my mind and my body breaks down and it reacts to a fight or flight response, okay? So, really briefly, this is about 3 racist judges, and I'm going to tell you about them really quickly. This is Judge Sarah Heidel. Judge Sarah Heidel is the racist judge who started this. I think she knows my husband. I'm married to a white, wealthy man who has ties to the family court system. I'm not going to get into too deep with that because you can find the information on Judge Sarah Heidel's racist.com, or you can find it on the YouTube account. I'm going to warn you that the information is a lot. After this video, I'm going to record and share one of the most vital stuff that they did to me. Okay, I've been reluctant. I've been trying to finish it since like June 2020 when George Floyd. I was able to come back and start because the murdering George Floyd propelled me to keep going. Okay, so Judge Sarah Heidel, this is a racist judge, and I want to talk to you about her really briefly. This is a white privileged woman, and I'm focusing on white privilege because these are the people who violate black people. I'm going to put a link to her background down here, but she's very privileged. And let me say this to you guys. I'm not taking a personal attack on this woman because of what she did to me. I'm giving you the facts. She's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. She's not the smartest person, okay? I married a white male who have a very similar background. And the guy that I married is an executive. He makes $180,000. He's not really smart, but he works really very hard. And he's also white and privileged. And I'm focusing on the white and privileged part because I want to show you my purpose is to demonstrate who are the people that are violating black people. It's white privilege who do not want, they want to maintain economic power. Okay? The Capitol insurrection, that was white, that was the same people. And I'm in California. And California is a very racist state. I'm going to talk about that later, but California is extremely racist, a lot more racist than what you think. You might think California is liberal because it's, I think it's a Democratic state, but they are extremely racist. Okay? More racist. Well, they're racist everywhere, but they're more blatant with it. Okay? I'm going to talk about that later. And so this woman, when she took my case, she hadn't been a judge for more than 2 years, maybe I think like 16 months. And really briefly, her background, she clerked for a Superior Court clerk, I want to say in Canada or Washington, but she was a clerk for an appeals court somewhere in I forget. I'm going to put her stuff down here. I think it's I want to say in Alaska or Washington. Okay. Then she worked for a very prestigious law firm. Then she secured a position as an assistant DA. And now she's a judge. And I'm going to say this to y'all, okay? White people, and okay, let me see. Well, this is what my videos be too long because I give too much information because I understand a lot. All white people are not the same, okay? There's different groups of white people. There are middle-class white people, there are wealthy white people, and then there's struggling white people who are not very financially secure. Do they all experience white privilege? Yes, they do. But what they do and how they move and the way they behave is not always, it's not exactly the same. Just like all black people are not the same, okay? I understand privilege because I was married to a white, wealthy, privileged man for over 20 years. I grew up with a single black mom who I think probably most she made was $30,000 a year, which was probably maybe middle class because it was over 20 years ago, but I didn't grow up wealthy. I grew up with a single mom who was working class. There's a distinction between privilege. And you white people who go to USC, UCLA, go to these privileged schools, and you're not privileged, you know the white privilege I'm talking about. This white privilege. My husband was afforded the same white privilege. And what I'm saying to you is, they're not always very bright. Because they went to the best schools, because they have the best opportunity, just like the kids from USC, the actress, and their parents try to get them into USC, and they weren't very bright. Prime example. This woman right here, she's not very smart. I don't know her background, but I think she's someone's child, because based on what she did to me and how brazen she was with it. Not only was she brazen with it, the assistant head judge of the family court assisted her. They retaliated against me, and he did things that were illegal to me. And this man's the assistant head of the family court. He put his own reputation, career at risk for this racist woman when he should have just reprimanded her. But he helped her, okay? And so what I'm explaining to you is white privilege. And black people, white people, you understand, okay? The white people, you understand, okay? See, I always want to get political. This is why I take too long. Okay, let me stay focused. I want to say something, but I always want to like give you more commentary. This is why my videos are too long. But the point that I'm making is this racist white lady annihilated me. Everything she did to me, she violated me. And you guys, the information is on Judge Sarah Heidel is a racist. If you have any questions, please ask them. What I want to be clear about, this racist woman stole my home, committed all these legal violations only because I'm black. Okay? This is Judge Lawrence Riff. This Judge Lawrence Riff is the assistant head judge of Los Angeles Family Court. I'm not going to talk about him too much. I've talked about him in my videos. I married a white guy, now 3 racist judges are trying to annihilate me. Okay? After I finish this video, I'm going to finish detailing what they did. It was hard for me to continue because what he did to me, he fucked me up. He messed me up, you guys, really bad. And what he did was illegal. Okay, so again, the reason why I'm doing this video, I'm shining a light on 3 racist judges. I am demonstrating to you how they annihilate black people. Your knee-jerk is to say, I'm disgruntled about my marriage. I was married for 23 years to a wealthy white man. This is California. It's a no-fault state. I have nothing. He's not paid 1 bit of spousal support to me. They stole my home from me. And you need to go to the story to see what else they did, okay? The last one I do, which I'll link down below, is going to tell you when it got really bad. Everything they did, every hearing, she did something wrong, okay? And in the beginning, you might say, okay, she's a new judge, she's a young judge. It's an error. But how you determine the outcome or specifics or you judge something is based on the way the evidence. Everything she did to me, every ruling she did was outside what California Family Court says. Okay? And I should tell you, I filed the motion to have her removed. Judge Lawrence Riff retaliated against me. Okay? Then they tossed me to this guy. And this one, I really have a hard time with this man because this is a Japanese man. This is Bruce Awasaki. And he had the opportunity to make me whole, but he further violated me. And Bruce Awasaki, if you're watching this video, you stopped the court, you went in the back, and you came back. What he said to me was like, he would. I'm not gonna. I don't want to get too much into what happened because that's going to be on the video. I married a white guy, and 3 racist judges are trying to annihilate me. Okay. Judge Bruce Awasaki is a Japanese judge who also worked for the ACLU. They passed me to him because he's not white, because he's Japanese, and because of his background. Okay, I'm going to talk about what happened on the video. I married a white guy. Now 3 racist judges are trying to annihilate me. Okay, but this guy, they picked him specifically because he's Japanese. And Judge Awasaki, sir, you hurt me the most. I understand white privilege. I was married to white privilege. I was married to a alcoholic white male. Okay? Judge Sarah Heidel is miserable and angry. The fact that she was able to do what she did to me and she doesn't know me tells me that she's not happy. Okay? That's where racism comes from. White supremacy and racism is motivated by fear, by feeling less than, by feeling insecure. And black people don't come from me, but I'm going to tell y'all. Because I deal with everyone. I'm friends with everyone. I'm in New York and I have friends everywhere. But I watch people. Y'all, please don't come for me because y'all always think that I'm defending them, but I'm not. A lot of white males deal with insecurity, self-esteem issues, and they deal with it. A lot of it is inflicted on them by their white fathers. Okay? And I always go left with stuff. Donald Trump's niece tried to tell y'all in her book about how Donald Trump's father treated him. Her father went the other way, and Donald Trump rose to the occasion and became what his white male father taught him to be. The man that I married grew up very similar. And I had remorse for him because I knew he was wounded. Okay? And so the reason why I'm talking about this, I want to share about white privilege, okay? And give you some background about it. I really understand it because, again, I didn't grow up like this. Living with this man, it afforded me, I lived a very good lifestyle. If you measure, not going to say I was extremely happy because my husband was really abusive to me. And I don't want to get too much into that, but you know what? And I'm so sorry. I always have to find a reason and a purpose and explain. That's how my brain works. And then what ends up happening, I make excuses for them. And if you have any suggestions, if you want to share something with me to help me change how I think and how I feel, I appreciate that. Because what I tend to do is that I tend to make excuses for them. So, I think someone's at the door. Just a second, guys. I'm struggling because I don't know what to say and what not to say. But it's like I need to make this video not too long, and my purpose is to tell you about my emotional state and why it's hard for Black people to follow up when they've been violated. That's the purpose of this video, okay? But maybe I talk about this stuff because unconsciously I don't want to get to the meat and potatoes because when the meat and potatoes make my heart race. But I think it's important that I tell you about Judge Bruce Awasaki. They picked him, okay? And they passed me to him. Eventually, I'm praying that my case is investigated and everything about my case is investigated and will determine how he was chosen, okay? But I don't want to say how shitty he was to me, okay? But during the trial, he wouldn't let me speak, y'all. Okay, I can't. He wouldn't let me talk. The stuff they did to me was illegal. Okay, violated my civil rights. Okay, um, but he stopped the court. He left, and then he came back. And you guys, I know he left because he went to go get talk to Judge Lawrence Riff. George Lawrence Riff is the assistant head judge of the Los Angeles Family Court. Okay. Do I think Bruce Awasaki is a racist? Probably. You know, I don't. It's really. I don't want to believe that. Okay. But he had the opportunity to make me whole. And what I think happened, Bruce Awasaki, just to let you know, I think Judge Lawrence Riff was the one who made the order. I think Judge Lawrence Riff made the order, the final judgment to retaliate against me for speaking out about my civil rights and exposing him and Judge Sarah Heidel for their racist antics. Y'all took everything from me, violated me, and I suspect because you thought I was a black person that monetary was more important to me. But that's where you were wrong. I love black people. And one of the main conflicts with my marriage with me and this man I was married to, that he was white and privileged, and he didn't appreciate his privilege. I didn't come from privilege. And when I was able to get all these things and have all this opportunity and, you know, privilege, I shared what I had with other people. I used my life and my position in life to help others because I knew what it was not to have. So I'm going to say that. But let me get to what this video is about, because this is I made this video. I'm making this video to tell y'all this stuff. And so let me stop for a second. And I'm going to tell y'all, okay, I'm really struggling to say it and be cohesive and quick and expedient about it. I'm making this video because I want is, dear black people, I want you to know how vital it is that you pay attention and you fight for our freedom, for equality, for justice. And I want to explain to you how hard it is. What we see, Sandra Bland, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, this is only probably a fraction of what actually is happening, okay? And I'm very confident in saying that because the extent to what they did to me and how they did it and how easily they did it. And it was all based on me being black. And I'm going to ask you not to get too emotionally caught up in that. This is that about they hate black people. They did this to me because they hate black people. If you pay attention, if you watch my videos, if you go to Judge Sarah Heidel's of Races, if you look over the content, I didn't do anything to deserve this. All of what they've done to me. They did it only because I'm black, okay? And I was in a civil litigation with a white wealthy person. So this demonstrates, we already know that black people are discriminated against and we live different lives and we have the different laws applied to us. But the reason why I'm diligently pursuing this, because this is demonstrating what they do, the judges. Because you keep wanting to make it about the police. And I keep trying to tell y'all, it's not the police, it's the judge. The police goes before the judge, and police knows the judge going to have their back. It's the judge, and it's white supremacy. It's a white power structure. The capital insurrection was about them not wanting to let go of their power. Okay? Here I go talking for 2 minutes. What I want to talk to you about is my mental state. I struggle every day with completing these videos. I've been working on these videos, I think, since like sometime in 2019, detailing what they've done to me. One of the reasons why they retaliated more, because they saw the videos, okay? They know about the videos. This is when they got even more brazen and more nasty. They like, nigga, stay in your place. Okay? But what I'm trying to say, what I want to share with you is how hard it's for me. How hard it is for me. Okay? I'm going to finish the video after this. I'm going to finish telling the story of what they've done. But I want you to know, every day I struggle with my situation. I should have finished these videos months ago. What I want to explain is what happens to my mind and my brain. Okay? As I talk, I'm scared. I keep stopping because my brain keeps telling me to quit. Unconsciously, the involuntary response, my body's trying to make me stop. Because my body knows as I move forward, as I talk about it, as I discuss it, I experience fear. My body's trying to protect me and prevent me from experiencing fear. I want to tell you what goes through my mind. As I say this, my breath is, my chest is tight. My brain and my mind, my thoughts are saying stop. Stop. Just don't do it. Just say forget it. Okay? This guy I'm married to, 2 days ago, he threatened me. He told me if I keep pursuing this, that he's going to keep harming me. They stole my house. You know what I said to him? What are you going to do? Steal my house again? God knows what they're going to do. Okay? If I don't live, if they kill me, y'all know why they killed me. Okay? And I'm dead ass serious. They had sheriff deputies breaking my home. Okay? Will they murder me and kill me? I don't doubt it one bit. But black people, I love you. I love black people. Okay? And I'm making this video, just like Susan Moore, the lady with COVID, made the video because we're trying to say, this is what they do to us. And black people, you already know what they do to us. Okay? What I want to focus on is I want to tell you what happens to me when I lay in this bed, when I wake up in the morning, and it's my intention to finish these videos. Okay? I told you the guy I'm married to, because they screwed me completely. He keeps like, why don't you just let it go? Why don't you just leave it alone? Why don't you just let it go? And he sees these videos, because he comments on them. Okay? He knows I'm in pain. He knows I'm hurting. Okay? But he doesn't care. Okay? He's using my blackness against me. And let me stay focused. What I want to talk about is what happens to my body. What I was trying to say to you is that they keep doing this to me because they want me to stop. They thought when they put me in the street that I was going to quit. They put me in the street, you guys. I did a video down here on the homeless in California. They didn't give me any spousal support. My husband was the primary wage earner for the past 15, 20 years. I suffered the back injury and I stopped working in 2008. I had no income. Okay? They came and had sheriff deputies break in my house and put me in the street during COVID. Okay? And I'm saying that to you because their intent was to inflict pain on me. They were trying to make me stop. And I want to tell you how my brain works. When I lay in this bed, when I wake up, part of me say, just forget, just leave it alone. Just walk away from this man and just leave this alone. Tony, leave it alone. That's what my brain says. My brain, as I say, my body's tight. And I want to cry. Okay? And the reason why I'm conscious, because I was married to a white man who used to attack me. He would do these attacks on me. And I lay in the bed. He just texting that he was an alcoholic. He sleep in the guest room. I go to sleep. I lay in bed. Of course, I didn't sleep. And I would be sad. And I would be depressed. And I either read a book. I'm going to put the books down here. I read a book, or I would study what was happening to my body. Okay? The next day, I wake up. I smile. I say, hey, honey, come downstairs. Want something for breakfast? I'd be nice, and I'd trick my body into being okay. Okay? I'm saying this to you because for the past 4 or 5 months, I have struggled with sitting here making these videos, telling you. I have all my documentation. I have all the evidence. I struggle with scanning it, putting it online, and reading it. To look at the documentation, to look at the evidence, I get anxiety. I become afraid. And I find every excuse not to do it. So far, I think this video is 30 minutes. I have rambled for 30 minutes, and I haven't got to the meat and potatoes. Because this is what happens to me. And I'm saying this to you because I need you to understand. This is what happens to Black people who are abused, discriminated against, violated. I want to say really briefly, I talked about, you guys know I have Reunite Sandy Speaks that I also do. I also have a video that I do called Reunite Sandy Speaks. And I talked about Zeke, what's Zeke's name? I can't think of his name because I'm so sorry. I have bad brain. Zeke, I forgot his name. I'll put it down here. Rayford. He was the one that the police was going to stop him for a traffic violation, and he drove home and he ran, and they kicked his ass and they kicked his butt at his doorstep. I bring that up because you need to understand him running was his knee-jerk reaction. It was an involuntary human response because he's a Black man being stopped by white police officers. Okay? He drove home, ran to his door, and they kicked his ass. I want to say this to y'all really quickly about Zeke Rayford. If you Google it, I'm going to probably do a follow-up on Reunite Sandy Speaks about him. They dropped every charge against him. Said that they searched him illegally. Let me explain something to you. The only reason why the court system did that is because the public knows about it. Okay? I am doing these videos because I need the public to know what they've done to me. Okay? Again, if you have any thought in your mind this is about a divorce, this is not about divorce. This is about 3 racist judges and the most egregious case of judicial abuse of judicial discretion. Okay? My main thing was to focus on the mental health for me, to discuss the mental health part to you guys, and me going back and forth, me struggling, me not being able to stay focused and coherent on one topic, me thinking about different stuff, that is a result of what I've gone through. That is a result of me being discriminated against. That, do you understand what I'm saying? And dear Black people, I'm saying this to you because they do this to us because they want to maintain economic power, and they don't think that we have the racial pride or integrity to stick together. Okay? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I'm a black person that loves black people. I get a lot of love on Instagram for those who I share my story with. I just think I need to be more diligent about sharing my story, and I know you guys are going to show up for me. There's something else I want to talk about really quickly. Let me pause for a minute because something else I want to say. You guys will get that. I've got to add this in here really quickly. If this is the first video of mine you've seen, you don't know. I have a concussion. I suffer from post-concussion syndrome. And one of the reasons why I'm probably not getting any better, because I've been dealing with it for a very, very long time, is that because I don't sleep. In order for a concussion to heal, you have to sleep. So I don't sleep because of everything that I've been dealing with. And so part of what happens with the concussion, drives me crazy, is that I have issue with train of thought. I'm forgetful. Sometimes I forget words. Like I really have an issue. And I'm saying that to you because it's a part that I want to tell you guys that I think it's important. I'm going to edit in here around about the same area where I discussed this. I told you guys that California was extra racist. And someone on Instagram said, oh no, they're racist everywhere. You guys, I know America, the fabric of America culture is racist against black people. Okay? But they're not as pervasive with their racism like they are in California. I said that in another video. I'm a New Yorker, okay? I grew up in New York City. I also lived in the East Coast. I met my husband down south, okay? My husband went through, this is part of what weighed on our marriage. He went through a very long child support case with the state of Tennessee. Johnson City, Tennessee, I think it's called Washington County. And I'm saying this to you because his baby's mother, his first daughter, is by a black woman. The guy I was married to, his father was a prominent doctor in this very small town. It's called Johnson City, Tennessee. And I think because I submitted the paperwork to the court. If you research my case, one of the things that I submitted to the court as evidence of him trying to evade paying spousal support is him trying to evade paying child support. Okay, I should tell y'all. See, I want to tell y'all something. Y'all got to watch the video. I want to tell y'all about what he did. But I'm saying to you guys, because I want America to know this, because I live in California, and a lot of people that live here and were raised here and grew up here, I don't think they recognize exactly how racist California is. California is really very racist, okay? In the video when I sat there and I showed you, like, you know, if you've been, I know you've been in New York, Baltimore, different cities, they're homeless people. Homeless people all over the country, there's a mix of homeless people. It's white people, it's women, it's men, it's Asian people, it's, you know, Korean people, it's, you know, Irish people, okay? That's the mix of America. Skid Row in California, it is disproportionate black people. It's disproportionate black people because California hates black people. And I can't stress that enough to you because, and you need to, when you go and you study and you learn and you really take time and read and go through my case and sort through it, you will see what I'm saying. These racist judges are racist because it's business as usual here, okay? Johnson City, Tennessee, I think it's called Washington County, they came from my husband's whole life for child support. I think he ended up losing $100,000 suit against his daughter's mother for back child support. His daughter's mother is a black woman, okay? And I said that his father was a prominent doctor in a small city, because the point that I'm making to you, they came for his entire life. They took his passport. They did all kind of stuff to him because he was trying to evade paying child support. They didn't say, oh, this is a white guy who has a baby by a black girl, let's let him skate. Okay? No. They came for his entire life. It weighed on our marriage. Okay? Like heavily. This is when I told y'all guys that he has a drinking problem. There are different things that precipitate or contribute to his. He's always been an alcoholic since he was like 21, 20. He's been an alcoholic his whole life, as long as I've known him. He's been a drinking problem. Okay? But this was one of the things that contributed to us having conflict in our marriage. He was dealing with a child support case in Tennessee, and we're in California. And what I'm saying to y'all, Johnson City, Tennessee was not playing with this guy. Okay? He lost a $100,000 lawsuit. One time they took his passport. They used to confiscate our tax return. Okay? And I'm saying this to you because this is a white and wealthy man who had a baby with a black girl, with a poor black girl, okay? And who lived in the projects, okay? And I married a white guy. Now 3 basic judges are trying to annihilate me. I probably gave some commentary about it, but the point that I'm making, they did not let up on him about child support. Okay? He paid child support until his daughter was 26 years old. His daughter is a pharmacist and she makes over $100,000. He was paying child support when she probably made as much as he did. Okay? It was back child support. And so I'm saying to y'all, this man makes $180,000. I was married for 23 years. He hasn't paid me one dime of spousal support. I have been unemployed since 2008. Okay? And you guys, just please watch the video, because I don't want you to be thinking it's about money. It's about them maligning me and everything they did to me. They deprived me of what the law said I was allowed, because their goal was to prevent me from having representation. Their goal was to keep me from having a lawyer. And I'm gonna stop here because this video is really very long. But my goal is to get you guys to watch this video and share it, because I really need to bring attention to my story. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna edit this in here, because somewhere I talked to you guys about California being really racist. And one of the things that came to my attention was when I went through Skid Row after trying to file something with the appellate court. And I was like, why are there so many black people down here? Why is it all black people? I'm trying to tell y'all, America, y'all better put the shine the spotlight on California and Governor Newsom. Okay, another topic I want to talk about is the police officer that committed suicide. His name was Officer Clyde Kerr. And this is a very important topic, and I want to touch on the important aspects of the topic. Clyde Kerr committed suicide. And he supposedly committed suicide because he was disenchanted with police brutality against black people. Okay? I want to talk about that, and it's very important that it's some specific things that I want to discuss with you. Because what's happening is people are focusing on his mental health. People are saying he suffered from mental health issues. He was depressed. Okay? Let me say this to you. Being black in America, I am confident in saying at least 98% of us suffer from some type of mental health ailment, because it is almost impossible to go through life in America as a black person and not experience fear. If a wealthy black executive is driving in rural South Carolina in his BMW at midnight and he's pulled over, he's going to experience some kind of fear and anxiety. Okay? So I'm making that point because I'm trying to say to you, living in America, we all experience some type of mental health ailment. Okay? I'm trying to make my point, you guys. I apologize because there's things I want to say to you relates to this man I was married to. The guy that I was married to is white, wealthy, and he's an executive. He does individual family therapy too. I don't know if he still has his private practice. During court, he said he didn't have his private practice, but yeah, liar. I think I saw you. I found your new private practice online, liar. Anyway, he know who I'm talking to. Anyway. The guy I was married to did individual family therapy, and he was abusive, but we had some core disagreements with our fundamental beliefs. Okay, and to give you an example, I want to say it was the year my daughter went off to college, maybe like 2012, because me and my daughter was in on the plane when this happened, so we missed it all. We were traveling from the East Coast to the West, from West Coast to the East Coast. And a man, I think in Washington or somewhere, he went and he killed these people on Facebook Live. It was a black man, okay? My husband and I had a disagreement about it because my husband's response was, he's dealing with mental health challenges. That's why he did that. As I say this, you guys, I feel sick. And I'm going to try not to get too emotional about this because I become angry. Well, this guy who works in mental health, who's supposed to help minorities, this is how he thinks, okay? He says, oh, the guy who killed people couldn't keep a job. He was depressed and sad, okay? And so all the comments that I heard about Clyde Kerr was that he was sad and he was depressed. What's happening is black people are being blamed for their mental health issues when their mental health issues is a direct result of the oppression, discrimination, violence, violation we experience in America. See, I'm getting angry because this guy that I'm married to, who I was married to, his job is to help minorities, help people. This is why he had ties to the family court system, okay? Why they did him a ace, okay? Why they helped him annihilate his black wife. What mental health professionals say, even in his video about Officer Clyde Kerr, he was depressed. He was sad. Bro, let me not get too angry. See, what you're seeing is my natural response because I'm infuriated by this, okay? He committed suicide. And black people, if you don't think we have a responsibility to this black man, then you understand why they kill us in the street, why they shoot us in the back, why 3 racist judges put their career on the line to annihilate a black woman just because she's black. They do this to us, dear black people, because they can. Did you understand what I'm saying to you? Officer Clyde Kerr, he committed suicide. So you're saying, well, only crazy people kill themselves. Some girl said, well, you commit suicide when you're hopeless. If you watch the video, and I'm going to tell you, I didn't watch the whole thing because that shit's hard for me. He talked about the kind of officer he was. He talked about his integrity, how he showed up, what he did as a black person. He wasn't talking about black person. He said, I just want to be a human being. He said, my life matters. That's what he said. Okay? And I'm going to speculate what happened. Because he had integrity, what you saw was someone who watched black people be violated. He watched how they doctored reports. He watched black people being violated. And some people, their conscience bothers them. And they struggle with watching these things happen to us and not making an effort to stop it or change it. What I believe about Clyde Kerr, and I think it's going to come out later, I think something happened. I think he tried to do the right thing, and I think they maligned him. It said it was his last day on the job. I'm not going to talk about his employment because it would be illegal to talk about his employment. What I think happened is that he tried to get justice or do the right thing, and the powers that be harmed him in some kind of way. Because if you watch the video, he makes a big to-do about who he is and his integrity. And so I know this firsthand. And you will know and learn firsthand what they did to me when you go to Judge Sarah Heidel's racist.com or watch my videos. I married a white guy, and 3 racist judges are trying to annihilate me. I want to talk more about Officer Clyde Kerr, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm a little hostile about that. I'm a little hostile because I read comments from black people who talk about this man committing suicide like he was anybody, like he was just some man. And black people, dear black people, I need you to understand they do this to us because they can. If we all had accountability, spoke out, did something, action towards racial injustice, they couldn't do this to us. Okay? I'm not, it's some more things I want to say, but I don't want to, I fear that I don't say the right things because I'm struggling here. I fear that I'm not saying what's most important to me to communicate to you guys. And again, it has to do with my own medical issues that I'm dealing with that are a result of being maligned by 3 racist judges in the Los Angeles family court system. What I know, and I'm going to say this to you guys again, I was in a abusive relationship with this man for 20-something years. I am a critical thinker, and I am a problem solver. When he would do shit to me, when I would have these feelings or these effects or experiences, I would Google and read books about how to fix it and help myself. Okay? Why I'm making this video is because I have to fight my body to get out of bed and come and talk about what these people did to me. I fight my body. My body says, Tony, let it go. Move on. It hurts too bad. But by the grace of God, I know my thinking, and that part of me is a defense mechanism. I want to say it to you again, because I want to express to you how hard it is. I struggle with my body and my brain to finish. How I sit here and I've rambled about every fucking thing under the sun and have trouble focusing on the things I want to say because they hurt. And the body's defense mechanism is like, why you keep trying to, it's like, if it's hot and you keep touching it, the body's going to say, hey, what'd you keep touching it? You know not to touch it, right? And that's what's going on inside me. And Officer Clyde Kerr probably had the same struggles. Okay? But y'all, I've been a trooper my entire life. My entire life. And I love Black people. And I want y'all to know that it's not okay what happened to Officer Clyde Kerr. Officer Clyde Kerr committed suicide because we failed him. If you are a Black person, and he even says it in the video, he says, if you think this is okay, it's not okay. And see, for me, I watch him, and that man was lucid. That man was intelligent, he was articulate, and he was clear about what he was saying. Why he committed suicide? You guys, he probably committed suicide to make a statement. He probably committed suicide like George Floyd died and his whole Black Lives Matter and everybody, all these corporations are posting, we care about Black people, Black Lives Matter. Apple has a watch with red and green. All the corporations are, oh, we care about Black people. Dove soap, we like Black people. We care about Black people. This man probably committed suicide to make a statement so people could say, uh-oh, this Black man killed himself. What's happening? He's a police officer. He knows firsthand what's happening amongst the police. This man probably sacrificed his life because he anticipated us doing something, making change, fighting for him. Let me take it down a notch. Let me say this to you. If you're okay, if you're a Black person and you're okay with this man taking his own life, and you don't think we as a people, okay, so let me say this to you. And I'm praying that this is compelling and that many Black people will understand and get this. Officer Kerr committed suicide because he was frustrated, sad, and depressed about the violence against Black people that he witnessed as a police officer. Okay. I'm going to say it again. They shoot us in the back. They murder us. They fire us without cause. They violate Black people because they can. And what I'm saying to you is we have an obligation to each other. We have to have accountability to each other. If I'm really upset about the comments that I saw, and they were all by Black people, okay? And it's not just him. I have been trying my best to share my story to get the attention of America, of the community, and I'm being ignored because I'm a Black woman. Okay? Let me say this to you. The video about the girl who put Gorilla Glue in her hair. Black people, please pay attention. This woman went on social, did a video about putting Gorilla Glue in her hair. Do you guys know? I don't know. I'm in Los Angeles. That was on the Los Angeles news. That was on the news here. Okay? A doctor, I think the doctor who helped her, I think he was also on a reality show. I think he may have been on one of the Married to Medicines or something like that. One of those reality shows, the Black doctor. Okay? So, let me say this to you. Okay? This Black woman went on social, told y'all she put glue in her hair, and it couldn't come out. It's been there for weeks. And it actually worked in her favor. Because of that, she got a $12,000, $13,000 procedure to fix her hair. And I understand that. But Black people, what I need you to understand, that went viral. That was on the news. And sister, I'm not mad at you, mommy. I'm happy it worked out for you. So don't think I'm hating on you. Because I saw her and my heart hurts for her. She's from Louisiana. And the guy I was married to, I went to school in New Orleans. So I got like a affinity for the people in New Orleans. This is not against her. What I'm trying to demonstrate to you people in America, Black people in America, this is not about a divorce. This is me showing what they do to Black people. How they malign us. If you go and you follow my case, it's a lot because they did it over the course of years. Okay? I'm going to post one story probably to the website with everything. You want to read everything. I do it in piecemeal. I talk about it a little bit at a time, and I discuss other relevant information, so it kind of makes the videos long. But I'm saying what they did to me. And it's not something small, menial. What they did to me, I could be homeless. I did a video, I'm attached below, of I was angry because I was filing a paper with the appeals court. And I'm going to tell you, in California, I'm going to talk to you about California being racist in just a second, okay? I was coming back from filing a paper with the appeals court. And I went through, it's called Skid Row. And I'm angry. And I'm looking around. And it's all Black people. Okay, let me be calm. I'm in a hotel. I've been in a hotel since September 23rd. Okay? I was married to a white, wealthy guy for 23 years. He hasn't paid me one dime of spousal support. They do this to us because they can. I have been begging you people to share my story, to help me gain attention to my story. I'm a Black woman. And this happened to me because I'm a woman and because I'm Black. Okay? And please forgive me when I go online, because when the girl first posted the video about her hair, I thought she was just being silly. Then I see she's stressed. She's in stress. Then I look on the news. It's on the news. And you guys, please understand me. This woman putting glue in her hair went viral. And I've been begging black people to help me bring attention to these 3 racist judges who sit on the bench in the Los Angeles family court system. Do you know how many little black girls and little black boys go through the family court? And I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. And I'm going to finish after this. I'm going to have to make a video with the meat and potatoes and show you what they did to me. And I begged you to help me share my story. Then I look and I see this video of this girl who put glue in her hair. She put glue in her hair. Mommy, I'm not being disrespectful, but you put glue in your hair. Okay? But by the grace of God, because she got all these views, this doctor helped her. Praise God, and I'm happy for you. But I'm saying, black people, this woman had millions of views because she put glue in her hair. She got a $12,000 procedure. I am showing you what racist judges do to black people. And I can barely get you guys to pay attention to me. I'm asking very nicely, please share this video. I need to be calm and I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm angry because the reason why I'm angry, because when it began, I knew this woman was doing it to me because I was black. And I questioned her about her racist antics. And because I questioned her, they took everything from me. They took everything from me because I'm black. And what comes to my mind, if they did this to me, what are they doing to other people? I was discussing Skid Row. But for my black son, I would be homeless. I owned $1 million home. They had sheriffs breaking my home. I have them on video, threatening to arrest me if I leave my home. What was I going to do? I see them killing black people. You know I left. I've been in a hotel since September 23rd. It is February the 11th. But for my black son, those homeless people on Skid Row, where would I go? What would I do? It's COVID. I didn't have no income. I haven't worked since 2008. I was trying to build a business. I'm going to tell y'all about that in a minute. What I know about mental health and mental well-being. I'm going to talk to y'all about that. I'm going to add that to this video, and I'm going to hope y'all pay attention and follow along. I talked about the lady with the gorilla glue in her hair. And please, I need y'all not to turn this around, not to frame this in a negative way. Black people, I'm telling you, the powers that be. It's a woman named Christine Devine in the news in Los Angeles. I've reached out to her multiple times. She ignored me. The guy I was married to worked with Michaela Pereira. Y'all may know Michaela from CNN, from Good Day LA. She knows me. I met her through the guy I was married to. They were on the board together. She's ignored me. And she was an adopted biracial child. And I say to her, what's happening in the family court and how they are maligning black people. And so, land the plane, Tony. Black people, you have a responsibility, okay? Please, I need you to understand. And I don't want to be chastise you and talk to you negatively because I'm a black person. I understand what it means to be a black person. And I understand how you have your own stresses and your own life and your own problems. I get that more than you know. But why I talked about how this guy was married to, said the man who shot the people on Facebook Live several years ago, how the guy who works in mental health, who I was married to, who's supposed to help people who are struggling with mental health issues, he said he had mental health issues. He couldn't keep a job. Black people, how many of y'all struggle with keeping a job, being maligned by white people in your job? I'm going to go a little further. The guy I was married to, he hung out with black women in his position, and he always come. And y'all black girls who was sleeping with my husband, know my husband, loved him. I was married to a wigger, so he was a rich white guy who acted like he thought he was a wigger. So black girls and Mexican girls loved him. He come home and talked to me about how human services of HR at his company maligned the black girls he worked with. I told y'all in another video that the guy from Professor from Monique's show, what's the name of the professor? His sister worked with the guy I was married to, and she left the job that they was at, and he alluded, allegedly, because I don't need no lawsuits, he said they treated her bad while she left. We went to her wedding. I can name several black women he worked with. He'd come home and he would tell me what the company he worked for was a mental health company that helped work with kids, how they treated black women. Okay? And so the point that I'm making is when the guy told me that the man who killed all the people. You guys might remember that. It was several years ago. Maybe I forgot. My daughter and I were out of town. We were in the East Coast. I don't remember why. We may have been for school, but we were in the East Coast for something. Maybe we were at Fashion Week. We were in the East Coast. And we didn't get the news till we got to New York because we were on a plane. The guy shot people on Facebook Live. The guy I was married to said, I'm trying to explain this to him, and I hope I'm explaining to you guys properly. He was saying that the guy had mental health issues is why he killed those people. You guys, let me be very clear to you guys. We are a society. We are responsible for one another. Okay? When he told me the guy had a problem keeping a job, that was one of his reasonings for why the man had mental health issues. Okay? People have different levels of tolerance. Some people break. Okay? What I'm trying to say is how society treats black people is why so many black people suffer from mental health issues. They may have issues dealing along with people at work. They have problems focusing and keeping a job because they may not be being paid well, or we all have different social issues, okay? And my position is black people suffer because America don't love black people. America hates black people. And they've hated us since they brought us here. Raped and killed and murdered us and hung us. And I am making this video while I started 45 minutes or an hour ago. It's because I wanted y'all to know how hard it was for me to continue. Okay? Again, I'm getting anxiety. It hurts. And it's hard. But because I was married to this man who abused me, I learned to determine what was happening. Okay? So, I have anxiety. I have anxiety because judges malign me because I'm black. So I have fear. Fear leads to anxiety. Anxiety shows up and manifests in the body several different ways. Okay? I attempt to trick myself into pushing through. So what I say, and it's hard, it's happening as we speak. I have fear because my brain thinks you are talking about what has happened to you for the past 2 years, how judges who are very powerful and have a lot of authority harmed you greatly. Enlisted police, sheriff deputies to harm you. Enlisted lawyers to harm you. So naturally, I'm afraid. My body has fear. And let me explain to you how I change it around. And it's very hard. I'm not saying it's simple. I tell myself, because it's thoughts. It's the thoughts in my head because I'm afraid. Because it's scary what they did to me. And I say to myself, yes, they harmed you. They took things from you. You're homeless and you don't have things. But this is an opportunity for you to share with the country what happened. When you share this and the right people see this video, when America investigates this video, it's going to shine a light on these 3 racist judges. And once you shine a light on these 3 racist judges, what is the probability that they're going to harm another black person? They probably can still, but they won't harm, they won't be as quick. So I tell myself, when I'm laying in the bed and I don't want to do it no more, what comes to me, because I have accountability for black people, I think if I walk away from this, what else are they going to do to other black people? You guys, really, I think that. When I want to wash my hands and it's leave it alone, because I have a conscience, I think to myself, if I leave it alone, if I just walk away, this racist judge, Sarah Heidel, harmed me for no other reason than I'm black. Then I think and I see, I went through Skid Row and all those homeless black people. I said, because California failed them. California failed them because California hate black people. So I got to keep going. And I made this video really very damn long. And I'm praying y'all will watch it and y'all will share it. Because I still got a couple more things I want to say before I wrap it up. Okay? Every time I stop the video, I remember something I wanted to tell you guys. Okay, and one part of the problem is me being forgetful. But I wanted to say this. What I was talking about was with the lady with the gorilla glue in her hair. And again, I wasn't personally attacking her. I was trying to demonstrate to you guys what the media shows about black people, what they focus on, what they share. Okay? Someone said that the Officer Kerr was not on the news. Maybe he is now, but it was on YouTube first, of course. So the point that I'm making about the lady with the gorilla glue in her hair, you guys, I'm so sorry. Maybe because your younger generation, y'all think that's okay because of social media. I don't understand why that made the news. I appreciate the doctor helping her, but what I'm trying to explain to you is the media, the white power structure dictates what we see, how we perceive black people, okay? Another example, and I probably made it in one of my other videos that was upsetting to me, and I know this is long, but I find it very important that I share this stuff with you, and I'm praying that you guys find this compelling enough to stick with me and watch the videos. If you got to watch the videos in piecemeal, please watch the entirety of this video. Another thing, and the point that I'm making is, I have been trying to bring awareness to my situation. And the situation, I need assistance, but the purpose of me shining a light is to create change. I want to call 3 racist judges on the carpet for what they did. Okay? So they won't do it to another black person. This is why I've endured all this. Okay? And I know sometimes you feel hopeless that we can't create change, but we can. Okay? In the election, if you don't know the deciding factor, black people decided. They were the deciding factor. Black people, you put Biden in office, okay? If we have the authority or the ability, the words I'm looking for, we collaboratively can make a difference in a presidential election, then we can show up for each other. And what I have always said is the cohesion is our equalizer. Yes, we are a minority. Yes, we are at a disadvantage. But black people, I love you. And I know what you can do. And how smart, strong, intelligent, resourceful you are. And more than anything, I want you to be happy. I want you to live a harmonious life. But I realize that I have to help encourage you. And I hesitate on how to say that because I need to understand many of us, our thinking is flawed. Our thinking is flawed, like maybe a computer with a virus is spitting out the wrong information because it has a virus. And the virus for black people is racism. How we're treated, how we're loved, how the lack of respect. It dictates how we feel and think. Let me say this to you. And sister, I'm going to send this to you and your daughter. You can do whatever you want to do with it. It's a black lawyer. I think she's even sat as a judge, some kind of pro temp. Her and her daughter are judges. I told her what happened to me. She says, oh, I retired. I can't take your case. She says, but yeah, racism, people, they're racist. I'm thinking to myself, this is a black lady I'm talking to on the phone. She said to me, like, yeah, people are racist. She said this to me like she was a white person, like acknowledging racism. Yes, black lady, you're a black person in America. And lawyer, I know you were the victim of discrimination and racism just like I was. And I really realized what you have to do to swim. Sometimes we look the other way and sometimes we just go along to get along. I recognize how hard it is that you may have worked to achieve what you have achieved and how the white power structure can take away from you what you have. Black lady, sister, I know that. I'm homeless in a hotel. I said to you, I was married to this white man for 20 years. I lived a privileged life. Okay? So you're saying, oh, I'm retiring and I want to live my life. Sister, they do this to us because they can. Yeah. I called the black lawyer to get assistance. And it was a mother and daughter. And she says, well, I'm sorry. I'll have you in my prayers. And I'm sitting there, y'all, I might try to be funny. And y'all going to see the condescension with me. And I'm going to be a little condescending about it. Okay? Because I'm looking at her like, black lady, do you understand that they do this to us because they can? Okay? Black people, I've talked about and I've said I have engaged with white people my entire life since I was probably 12 or 13 years old. Okay? I mean, I've had friendships with white people. I lived with a white man for 20 years. And black people, just to let you know that you think they look, and first of all, The problem is you care about what they think about you. That's the big problem. Okay. Um, but you think they think less of you for speaking out or how you speak, if you wear braids in your hair, the way you dress, just because I I know them and I've built friendship with them and I know how they think, they look at you sideways and they think less of you because many of some black people do not demonstrate racial pride. Okay? And I believe in the glass half full. This is complicated for me because I don't want to feel like I'm attacking black people. I see videos on YouTube all the time about people making negative comments about black men, black women, dark versus light. That shit got me messed up. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Okay? I was like, I hurt inside because my people, so many, not all of us, but many of us are lost. And we're lost because of what they do to us. Again, 3 racist judges from the family court system maligned me. Okay? If we have black people who have social struggles, alcoholism, drug abuse, and that's happens because they oppress us. Okay? So we struggle. And that's hard for me to talk to you about our struggle. Okay? Because I do mental tricks for myself. I think positive. I don't acknowledge them being racist to me because I understand that'll beat me down. That'll make me feel sad and depressed. So I alter how I think and how I feel. Okay? But it is necessary that I take this on because I won't be able to sleep. I won't be okay knowing 3 racist judges are sitting on a bench in the Los Angeles family court. Okay? And so I'm going to ask you to come and rock with me. I need you to share this video with another black person. Okay? As I said, I've struggled to bring awareness, and black people are not assisting, helping. I'm not saying, okay, I shouldn't say that properly because when my Instagram is lit and y'all show up for me, listen, I'm not even gonna lie. I just need hundreds and thousands of people to show up. Like y'all all watch that lady's video about the glue in her hair. That's how many people I need to see this video. And the reason being, because I want change. Okay? And again, the media, Fox News, CBS, Good Morning America, these are the major news networks. And they're posting about a black woman who put glue in her hair. This is what I'm going to tell you to do if you're on Twitter. Search the hashtag, Do You See Me? I want you to see how many people I shared my story with on Twitter. And all the people, I'm not going to name them because I just want you to go to Do You See Me and go through and look and see. Gail King, Michaela Pereira, Christine Devine, Chris Como. These are the people that I shared my video with, that I shared my story with on Twitter. Do you see me? The governor, sheriff's deputies, and they don't see me. Even this, I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to put this video, I'm going to put this up here and let y'all see. I think her name is Ava DuJournay. The story of the 5 Central Park 5. That's what inspired me when I first started. Because that show was on Netflix when they started doing this to me. And it was hard for me to watch it because I really don't watch a lot of negative stuff about black people and racism because I'm the gatekeeper of my thoughts. So I'm the one that watches it. I end up watching it, y'all, but I kind of put it off to the end because I just don't. To me, again, that's the powers that be. It's the media projecting black people as ignorant, struggled, sad, depressed, beat down. Okay, and it's black people out here doing great stuff, amazing things. We just have to make a plan and get down together. Okay. Where was I? Because one of the things, another thing I want to say to you, because I want to talk about the media and how they dictate how people perceive black people. And this may sound silly to you, but this was really very upsetting to me. There was a video about black girls twerking in a restaurant in Texas. And I need y'all, when you listen to this, before you have your reaction, I need you to stop. Don't do your first reaction to what your reaction was of the video. Okay? One of the main reasons why I also do this is because I'm going to encourage many of you to be critical thinkers. Okay? And we all view things differently, but I want you to understand what I'm saying. And I hesitate on saying it because I already think I know how you're going to react. Okay? But I'm going to say this to you so you can understand, you can see it the way that I see it. There was a video about these girls that were twerking at a Texas restaurant. The Texas, I think it was in Texas, was a black business owner who started a restaurant. And he went off on these black girls saying they wasn't going to be in there twerking, that he was trying to have something nice for black people. Now, black people, and this is going to be very hard because I'm trying to show y'all something and I can't do this with one video, okay? Because I'm trying to coach you or influencing you on seeing things, okay? Because this is how they frame us, meaning they package us and display us. And we think that, we feel that because this is what we see on TV. This is what they show us, okay? Why was 3 girls twerking in a restaurant on the New York Post? How is that news? And I guess y'all saying, what made it news? Because this black man was saying, y'all not going to be here acting the fool in my restaurant when I'm trying to have something nice for y'all. Right? But let me say this to y'all. I worked in the hospitality my entire life when I was young, when I was a college student. And I keep on telling y'all, I rock with white people. I got a group of 850 girls in my group, and I hang out with every nationality. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful or try to put a group in a certain box. But white people, especially the guy I was married to, act a fool. Get drunk and act a fool. In hospitality, restaurant, hotels, they are accustomed to people getting drunk, acting a fool. Okay? Why that was on the New York Post is beyond me. That was on, I've begged YouTubers, girls in the beauty community to help me share my story. The same girls I asked you and I emailed you to please help tell my story, they had that on their YouTube about girls twerking in a restaurant. And I guess black people, if you're thinking, well, that was embarrassing. Let me say this to y'all. That was black girls, a girls' night out partying. Okay? What happens is you people see us through the eyes of white people. See, I don't do that because I love black people and I love me and I got great self-esteem. Okay? So Seeing girls twerk in a restaurant does not make me feel bad about who I am. Because probability, see, I'm sitting and think about it, I'm not going to twerk in a restaurant. I'm not very good at twerking, probably that's why. Okay? But I have a girls group. And I know, and I'm not trying to make this about white people and try to isolate white people and say it's just white people. I grew up with mixed company. And because I married this white guy, even more so, the stuff that he do and get away with. And I'm trying to say to you, in a restaurant hospitality environment, people act up because they're drunk. How many y'all go on YouTube and Google white woman gets drunk? Do you see that on the New York Post? No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. The little Puerto Rican girl that flipped out on the guy, the saxophone kid. The only reason why you know about her is because the guy was a saxophone player. Because he had ties in the entertainment community. Okay? That little Puerto Rican girl acting the fool, she was acting the fool. That was a little Puerto Rican girl acting the fool. Same little girl was in Beverly Hills fighting with the police. Okay? And so what I'm trying to say to you, y'all want to sit here and attack black girls, and I'm not sitting, please don't think that I'm sitting saying their behavior, their attitude was appropriate. Okay? I'm really mixed in my feelings and my emotions about what actually happened and how it went down. Because I do party. I hang out. My personality, I'm a girl's girl, and I'm the life of the party. Okay? I'm not gonna be, see, I don't think I would be twerking. If a man told me stop twerking in the restaurant, I'm trying to put myself in their position. I'm not gonna do that. Okay? But at the same token, I'm not going to attack them and make their attitude and their behavior about their race. I'm not going to make who they are and what they did about them being black people. And I'm trying to tell you, that's what they do to us all the time. I'm going to say this again because I know I'm on my tangent. I'm angry and this video is way too long, but I'm sharing this is a Dear Black People video. The point that I'm making about them girls in Texas, why was that on the New York Post? That was on the New York Post because the powers that be, the people that dictate what you see, aren't people that look like me and you. Or if it is people that look like me and you, they like the attorney who told me, oh, I'm sorry. I hope I'll have you in my prayers, but I can't help you. Okay? I'm on my tangent about that thing because that really upset me. That really upset me because I'm like, why was that on the New York Post? If y'all think it was on the New York Post because the black man said, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all it was on the New York Post. That was on the New York Post because they try to make black people look pitiful and pathetic. And that's what they do to my people. Look, I'm on my tangent, y'all, so let me just go ahead with it. Okay, I'm on YouTube, and I see black girls, I see black women, I see y'all coming for black men. I see us attacking each other, talking about colorism and dark skin, light skin, and I'm overwhelmed. If y'all want to think I'm judging you, y'all can come leave a comment, say whatever you want to say, because let me tell you again, I love black people. They took my $1 million home, took my thing. I don't even know what my things are. Okay? My handbag collection was worth over $100,000. I don't know what they did to my stuff. Okay? And what you need to understand is stuff. I love black people. And God gave me the discernment to know that this is not going to stop unless we make it stop. And how we make it stop is that we show up for each other. I'm going to ask you to share this video. And I'm hesitant because I want to tell y'all one other thing. And I'm really hesitant to say this to y'all. but I think I should. I'm a fashion girl, okay? I created a business, and what I did was called fashion therapy. I'm going to link my website below. How I developed my business, it was a way I developed a therapeutic method to help women to change their attitude and change their mood, okay? And I did this because I was in an abusive relationship with someone who abused me for 20 years. And I came up with techniques to help me change my mood and change my mind and change the way I think, okay? And so the reason why I'm telling you all this is because I'm eventually going to go back to my business and try to build my brand. But I gave up everything I wanted, everything I needed to do what I wanted to do because I love Black people, okay? So I want to explain that to you again because I'm asking you to show up for me. I'm asking you to pull up, share this video, help me shine a light on these 3 racist judges. And I don't want you to think, well, why should I help you? Because I love Black people. And I want you to understand that I had a choice, okay? I'm really very hesitant to talk about it because I really don't like associating my brand with this negative, nasty nonsense, okay? It's hurtful to me. And I try to separate it from this. But I have to tell you all the truth about who I am and what I am. I developed a business and a brand because I was in an abusive relationship with an alcoholic white male. Okay? I'm going to also tell y'all this because some of y'all maybe remember this. Y'all remember my company's called Girl's Best Friend and Company. And what I do is called fashion therapy. Okay? And y'all remember that show was a reality show called Girlfriend's Intervention? And I gotta say alleged, but it wasn't. I gotta say allegedly. But I'm gonna tell y'all. Girlfriend Intervention, y'all remember I'm gonna tell you, some of y'all may not remember it. It was about maybe like 15 years ago. And it had Tanisha from Bad Girls Club on there. I gotta say allegedly, but I'm pretty sure they stole my concept. Okay, my company's called Girl's Best Friend and Company. This reality show was called Girlfriend's Intervention. My girlfriend texted me in the middle of the night and said, "Tony, I think this company is just like your company. This show is just like your company." And I went, I researched it. Even the PR was stuff from my website. Okay, and see, I want to tell you how. Now I want to see and tell you how they found me. But let me go ahead. I'm on a roll, so I might as well. I had a really strong Twitter presence, like in 2009, a long time ago before Instagram. Okay, and I only had my logo online. You didn't know I was a Black person. It was only my logo. Okay, but if you got to know me and you talk to me, because Black people, we have our way we move, how we talk and how we get down, right? And you start following me and talking to me, you determine that I'm a Black woman, right? And I know how they found me. I did a blog post about something with Demi Moore, who was the We Network. Demi Moore retweeted my tweet, a post that I did. This is how I know how they found me. Okay, how they found my brand and why the producers copied it. Okay, Girlfriend's Intervention was hood and ghetto and was embarrassing. The premise of the reality show was Black girls trying to help white girls get their groove back through, home design, home decor, and their style and their fashion. And it was very strangely close to my brand, even the name. And the concept, Black girls helping white girls get their groove back, the producers came up with this because you didn't know I was Black. Because I never showed my pictures for a long, long time. I didn't put my photos on social. I only had my brand. And if you talk to me and got to know me, you would determine, oh, this is a black girl. That's how they came up with the concept. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys, because my business and my brand was about mental health, mental well-being. I came up with the concept because I was in an abusive relationship for many years. And it was my way of trying to help women, okay? And I'm saying that to you because I have to put that on the back burner, because moving forward, it's my goal to free black people from bondage. And I can't do it alone. I need you to help. So I think I said all I'm going to say. Dear black people, I don't want to stop, because I it's very important that I compel you to help me. If you're the black person thinking, I got my own problems, I ain't got time for that. I got school, work, I can't pay my bills. How am I gonna help you? That's why they shoot us in the back, murder us, pick on little boys like Elijah McClain. They do this to us, black people, because they can. And they don't think we have enough racial pride to get together and make a difference. And see, I know better than that, because I'm a black person and I love black people. And I know that there are millions of black people like me. The problem is us being able to unite and get together and be on the same page. Just like in a corporation, any business, in a family, there's struggles having a goal and an objective and executing it. That's like in any group, corporation, country, city. You understand what I'm saying? And I have this knowledge because I come from corporate America. My background is corporate, so I understand about having a goal, making a plan, and executing the plan. Okay? And I'm starting with, dear black people, if you want this to stop, if you want your son to be able to drive and go see his friends without worrying about the police stopping him, if you want to be able to go get a job and be just as good as the white girl from Beverly Hills, and you're not discriminated against, or you're not, violated or discriminated against, if you want to go out to eat and not worry about police putting handcuffs on you while you're sitting eating with your children, if you don't want police to come and shoot up your house because they got the wrong house, you need to rock with me. I gave up everything for y'all, for us. And even if you don't rock with me, I'm not going to stop, because I love black people. So this video has been way, way too long. I know I ain't said everything I wanted to say. It's way too late. I got a whole lot of other stuff I got to do. But dear black people, if you want to live in harmony, if you want to feel like you are equal and you're treated fairly, I'm asking you to share this video. And I guess you're saying, well, how are you going to do that? Because it begins with authority in America. And if 3 racist judges are doing this to me, what are they doing to black people who may, the family court? I was married to this guy, and he come home and tell me about stuff. I said this in another video. He told me that a psychologist made a joke to him about black boys not having a father. And the guy I married told him, listen, sir, don't talk to me like that. My wife is black. See, white people, they cool with black people until they have a conflict with us. When they have a conflict with us, then they leverage their white privilege. This man I married, bro. That's hurtful to me, that what he's done to me. But you guys, he's an alcoholic and he has issues, and he has issues. The guy I married is an alcoholic, and the fact that he did all the stuff that he did to me, as good as I was to him, gives you a demonstration of who he is. And don't cry for me on that regard, okay? You're going to learn all this stuff about him and all the other stuff he did. Don't cry for me, y'all, because I believe everything happens in divine order. And when I went before this judge, Sarah Heidel, I couldn't understand why this lady was being nasty to me. I stood there and like flabbergasted, like, what did I do to this woman? This was my purpose. Everything happens in divine order. And it was my purpose to expose them. Judge Bruce Awasaki, I told you that. And I saw your face have fear when I told you this is my purpose. And Judge Awasaki, those people you work with at the ACLU, those lawyers who were fresh, bushy-tailed and want to make a change, and then life happens, and they become disenchanted. I know about those people. I watch people get discouraged, get sad, and give up. And as I told you, my body, my heart, my mind want to say, just stop. But I love black people. I love black people. And we deserve more. And I believe that we can have more. 30, 40 years ago, they never thought there would be a black president, black female president, assistant president. All the things that they think or thought we couldn't do. Bro, I mean, Oprah, Jay-Z, Beyonce. And I guess you're going to say those are the special black people. It's a whole lot of special black people. And they're being victimized, violated, maligned, oppressed. And black people, we have to be accountable. So I'm on my little tangent. All I'm asking you to do is please share this video. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. If you go on Judge Sarah Heidel's a racist, my email address is there. People email me and told me things about Judge Sarah Heidel, other black people. Other minorities told me what she's done to them. Other minorities told me about Judge Lawrence Riff. I'm just putting it all together. Okay? So, dear black people, give this video to one person. Share this video with one person, please. The lady with the glue in her hair, it went viral. 3 racist judges maligning me because I'm a black woman, having police officers break in my house, and I'm homeless since September. Do y'all don't think that's viral worthy? I do. Thank you again, and please share this video.
Tell your friends to pull up. Yeah.